130 million Americans are expected to file tax returns by today. And that deadline brought out lots of angry protesters from the growing Tea Party movement to hundreds of rallies. Our senior Washington correspondent, Neil McDonald, is at the biggest one tonight in Washington. Neil.
Peter, the Tea Party message can be confounding, certainly contradictory, but there's no mistaking the anger. And for a lot of voters in this country right now, anger works. In Fredericksburg, the Yeisley household is now on wheels. Anna and Kent lost their house this winter and declared bankruptcy, and now home is their old RV. Anna's been reading a lot lately, and she's beginning to see a hidden, malevolent hand behind her misery.
That's what made me mad, the idea that this recession was planned.
So she became a Tea Party organizer, and she found like-minded co-citizens.
Most of the folk who I'm associated with agree that there is what feels like a global plan to take down our economic system.
Her demonstration today in Fredericksburg was just one of hundreds across America.
From the mountains to the prairies.
These people have been painted as right-wingers, and many of them are, but this is really raw populism.
From the elitists who talk about the socialism, but it's really the same as communism. It's control of us.
Their target seems to be government itself rather than any particular party.
We find ourselves today in the throes of despotism, tyranny, and oppression.
And there's plain old nostalgia.
We want our life back. We want to go back to the time where you could find a job. We want to go back to the time where we didn't need a handout in order to exist.
God bless America.
Of course, even as they demand smaller government, many Tea Partiers are collecting jobless benefits or Medicare or Social Security. But that they have rationalized.
Somehow I don't see Social Security as a government program because each individual paid into it all their working lives. So it's just like they saved our money for us, really. We probably wouldn't have done it ourselves.
And there it is, every politician's nightmare. Deeply angry people demanding less government and better service at the same time. And in this election year, Peter, polls suggest that as many as 30% of Americans are listening.
All right, Neil, thanks very much. The CBC